You said the wrong thing. Your voice cracked. You stumbled over a number in a meeting. Someone cut you off and you let them. You made a joke that landed flat in dead silence. And now everyone in the room is recalibrating who you are. Most communication training stops here. It teaches you how to walk in strong. Nobody teaches you what to do once you've already stumbled, because most people assume the damage is permanent. It's not, though. But recovering the room is a different skill than commanding it. And today I'm breaking down exactly how it works. Here's the first thing to understand. Losing authority in a conversation is rarely about the mistake itself. It's about what you do in the 4 seconds after. People don't actually remember the stumble. They remember your relationship to the stumble. Did you flinch? Did you rush to fix it? Did you perform embarrassment, or did you let it exist for a second and move forward like it wasn't a verdict on you? That's a split-second decision that determines whether the room recalibrates you as someone who had a moment or someone who lost control. Most people get this wrong because they treat the recovery like damage control. They over-explain, apologize twice, then they try to out-talk the discomfort. That's the mistake. Overcorrection is more visible than the original error. I want to break down the 3 most common ways people try to recover authority and why each one backfires. And failure number 1 is the apology spiral. Sorry, that came out wrong. Let me try that again. Sorry. Every sorry is a small transfer of status out of your hands and into the room's. 1 acknowledgement is composure. 3 is a confession. Failure number 2, the over-explain. And I've mentioned this before. When people sense that you've lost ground, they reach for more words, more context, more justification, more detail. But the room doesn't want more information. They want evidence you're still steady. Data doesn't produce steadiness. Pacing does. Failure number 3 is the joke. Self-deprecating humor feels like a release valve, but in high-stakes room it often reads as confirmation. You've told the room, yes, that was bad as you think. Occasionally it works. Mostly it just extends the moment. All 3 failures share a root cause. They treat the room's attention as something to manage. It's not. It's something to redirect. Here's what actually works. I call it the reset beat. Step 1, let the silence exist. I've talked about this many times. Don't rush to fill the gap after you stumble. A 1-second pause where you simply breathe and hold eye contact signals that the mistake didn't destabilize you. Silence here isn't awkward. It's a demonstration of control. Step 2, name it once, briefly, without emotional weight. Not sorry, I'm a little flustered. That's an apology spiral. Instead, let me restate it clearly. Flat, factual, no performance of embarrassment attached to it. Step 3, return to structure, not to the mistake. Don't reference what went wrong again. Move immediately to your next point in the same tone you'd use if nothing had happened. The room takes its emotional cue from you. If you've already moved on, they will too. Step 4 is reclaim initiative within 60 seconds. This is the part almost nobody does. Ask a question, redirect to someone else, make a decisive statement. Authority isn't just about recovering neutral. It's about being the one who moves the conversation forward again. Whoever asks the next question usually owns the room. Now, why does this work? Because rooms don't actually track your competence in real time. They track your relationship to your own composure. Every person in that room has stumbled before. What they're really watching is whether you treat your own mistake as a crisis or a non-event. If you treat it as a crisis, they will too. If you treat it as a non-event, Most of them follow your lead within seconds, because holding on to someone else's embarrassment longer than they do is socially uncomfortable. People want permission to move on. Give it to them fast, and they'll take it. That's the real mechanism behind authority recovery. It was never about being flawless. It's about being the one who decides how long the mistake gets to matter. Everyone loses the room at some point. The people you think of as unshakable have all had the moment where their voice cracked, or the number was wrong, or the joke didn't land. The difference isn't that it never happens to them. The difference is nobody remembers it happening, because they never let it become the story. If you found this episode useful, follow the show and send it to someone who you think needs to hear it before their next high-stakes conversation. This has been Speaking with Intent. I'll talk again soon.